Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look into Maraudon. The reason why we do this is because we are here to farm some gold, and also I want to try farm the best in slot AOE dagger in the probably entire game. It's the Blade of Eternal Darkness. This dagger is really an amazing dagger because it can help you regenerate a lot of mana on spellcasts such as Arcane Explosion, Flame Strike, Frost Nova, kind of cold and stuff. It doesn't proc off the Blizzard cast though, but it provides 100 damage and 100 mana gen on a spell landing. It has a chance. So if you do a lot of AOE, it's really huge. Just have in mind though that the dagger doesn't proc off Blizzard, so it doesn't work with the Blizzard AOE technique, but it's still really good for all other AOE farms. So after I've been doing this for around 10 hours, I learned that this gold farm gives you around 35 to 50 gold. 35 if you don't have any professions, but if you have professions like mining and herbalism, you can probably push it up to around 50 gold power at least. Because there's a lot of mithril in here, there's the ghost mushroom and blindweed that sells for around the gold per piece, the ghost mushroom on the auction house. My spec and my gear I will leave in the description box below. So for the first boss, you're gonna hug the wall here, as you can see. Keep up your fire ward and your ice barrier on cooldown. Then, as you can see, I'm opening with a pyroblast, and I hope for a big crit, of course, because of the ignite. Then I spam the scorch ability to get the 15% increased fire damage, and then I just switch between fireball and fireblast. And the more crit, the more ignite, which makes this a lot easier, of course. So yeah, if you have some crit gear, use that. In my honest opinion, this boss is probably the hardest one of all the bosses in here, because he does a lot of damage and you can't outrun him like you can with the other bosses. So, as you can see, he drops some really good items. They sell for like 2 or 3 gold each. So these worms, you don't have to kill them, but I prefer to do it to clear the path when I'm gonna pull the second boss, the crocodile in here. It just makes the path a lot safer, so you don't ass pull something, and they're really easy to kill. Plus there is some ghost mushroom and mithril around at them as well, you can mine. And as a bonus, they also have a really good loot table. They can drop various items, greens and epics such as the Flurry Axe and Edgemaster's gloves as well, which sells for, I don't know, a lot of gold, at least on Goldmac where I play. They mostly drop a lot of these slimy green Echors and such items that is not really worth a lot, so usually I just delete that instead of taking it to the vendor, because you can make so much more gold if you just farm the blue items in here. All the items in here, the blues sells for at least a gold each, so they are much more worth it. So for the second boss, the crocodile down here, I like to move over here in the corner. Be careful you don't pull the giant. And as you can see, I always mark him, and then I just open when he is around where he is now. I open with a pyroblast on him, and then I instantly cast a fireball as well. I do this to provide as much possible damage to him. If you time this correctly, unfortunately I didn't do it in this run when I was recording, but if you time it correctly, you can actually pull the boss without him pulling the ad, so you only have the boss. If you happen to pull the ad, it's not really a problem, because you can kite the ad really easily. He can be slow with rank 1 Frostbolt, Frost Nova and such. But as you can see, I just go with the fireball open here, and then I just start running and spam Fireblast. So from now on until all the way to the princess, it's basically just keeping your distance, turn around every now and then, cast a Fire Blast on the boss, and blink away if he gets too close. be careful you don't pull all the other mobs in here. And you don't have to worry about the ad you pulled and the boss, because they don't chain or pull aggro on any other mobs in here, so the only one that can pull other stuff now is actually yourself, so don't be careful about that. But as you can see, it's really easy. You just turn around, fire blast while you run and blink away. When the boss reaches around 3k HP, he starts to move very slow. And if you make him, if you take him down to 3k fast, then I usually like to switch to the ad with some rank 1 Frostbolt, Scorch and Fire Blast abilities, because now the boss moves so slow anyway that you might as well just start on him. It's really important that you keep your distance to the boss and the ad, because they really hit hard in here. So if you get too close, you can actually get killed like in one shot maybe, if they crit and you're unlucky. But they hit hard, so keep your distance. And these giants, they have some really weird aggro range, so don't be afraid to aggro them. You basically have to more or less run into them to pull them. And as you can see here, I just do a combo of rank 1 Frostbolt, then I cast a Scorch and a Fire Blast and run away. And then I just repeat until the mob basically dies. It's really easy and simple. Make sure you always have your mana gems, and if you need it, you don't really need to have an ice barrier on this boss and that here, because you're gonna have so much distance to them anyway. But if you feel uncomfortable, then you can pop it, of course. That's up to you. So when I do the princess here, I like to open on her when she is on the opposite side here, as you can see, like as far away as possible. That way I can run around the big boulder behind us and line of sight her boulder ability. So again, open with a Power Blast, Fireball, Double Fireball, whatever you want, that's up to you. And as you can see, I just basically run around the boulder now to avoid her boulder ability, because the boulder ability hits for like 400 damage and it has this knockdown ability, so it can be really dangerous, because if you get knocked down and she gets close, she can really do a lot of damage because of her Windfury ability. She has some kind of Windfury ability that hits you for like, I don't know, between 1 and 2k or something, and that's a non-crit. But as you can see, the way I do this is first of all keep my ice barrier up at all times. When she casts a boulder, I blink away to avoid it. And then I like to just do as the crocodile boss, run around, Fire Blast, Scorch if I have the time. You can also do a ice block if you feel comfortable doing it, to bait out her first dust field, which gives you some time to free cast on her basically. And as soon as her first dust field ability is over, I like to pop my offhand that gives me the ad on my trinket, the Barrow trinket, because those melee mobs they give her they bait out the another dust field, so I can free cast again. And the more free cast time you have, the faster she dies, of course, so try to keep that up. Other than that, it's just the same as on the Rotgrip boss, the crocodile. Just run and Fire Blast, Scorch when you can. If it's possible, try to keep up 5 stacks of Scorch for the debuff, and yeah, rinse and repeat. If you don't have enough mana, just evocate when she's around the 6k HP. When she's 6k HP, she starts to move a little slower, but you'll get the feeling of when it's safe to do it. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video and it helps you get the hang of this farm. I wish you luck with the gold farm and of course getting the dagger as well. And of course, if you liked the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!